Hey guys, my name is Madison. I am one half of the Tired Moms team. Today I just want to talk to you a little bit about egg donation. And don't know already, I am doing egg donation. This has been an exciting journey. I have yet to do the retrieval. When I was researching egg donation, I found that there wasn't too much information about it, or maybe not the most encouraging. Because I don't know, I want to get a feel for it. I wanted to know everything. So I did lots of research. I started looking into everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, side effects. Started looking into all of those things, and I just found that I wanted more information because it says, you know, it's anonymous, but no one explained to me that anonymous means you just don't know the intended parents. Because as an egg donor, you're gonna post pictures from when you were a baby, from when you know, middle school, high school. Like, they want to see all these pictures of you, and they also get your first name. And sometimes they say where you live. So like, I'm in California, and so the intended parents, but just as California, it doesn't really let them know. They just know that I'm a drive away. So that was confusing. I'm like, what do you mean anonymous if they're gonna basically know me? From there, I started researching different companies. Different companies are like, oh, we're gonna give you this much or that much, and then this is what we're looking for, this is what we're not looking for, and it's kind of overwhelming because you're like, oh wow, that's a lot of money. And or I don't know, they ask a lot of questions like, why are you asking me these questions? Why do you want to know my favorite color? What does this have to do with my genetics? So then just trying to figure that out. It was kind of confusing, and it made me feel kind of uncomfortable at first because I was trying to reach out to people, and I was like, hey, so I saw, you know, this and that, what's going on, or why are you guys asking that question? I don't know, I just didn't feel like I kind of knew what was happening, and I was not getting a response from a lot of people. Sometimes I would start filling out an application and it just kind of felt wrong, like it wasn't the right fit, until I was eventually ended up finding my agency through my friend who's a surrogate, Monica, the other half. And she was talking to someone, and they had recommended this agency. I'm so glad they did. I absolutely love the people that I'm working with, and anytime I have a question, she's just always ready to like answer it, even if it just feels like a silly question. I don't know. I just know that I wanted to be able to help somebody, and so I just started praying about it. Praying that whoever would pick me would feel like it's a really good fit. I was picked almost immediately. It's been kind of a whirlwind since then. Anyways, I started doing all the genetic testing that it needs to be done. So it's like spitting in a tube and getting your AMH levels, and you just kind of wait for all of that stuff to come back. At the beginning of the year, I went in for my psychological exam, passed that, so we were able to move on to the next thing, which was scheduling a doctor's appointment. When I went to the facility where they're actually going to be doing the retrieval and where they're going to monitor me, I felt so relieved that they were like genuinely concerned for like my well-being, because you read things, I read things, so the good, the bad, the ugly, I read everything. They're like, oh, they don't care about you, and like this whole time I have never gotten the sense that they just don't care about me, that they're like, oh well, we're just here for the parents. Like, these people are genuinely looking out for me. They want to make sure that like I feel comfortable, my questions are answered, that I feel like this is going to be a good experience, and I totally appreciate that. And I got that from the people that I worked with as well as the doctors. I just can't believe it's like finally happening. Yeah, I'm so excited. Being a mom, you kind of like have a soft spot for people that like are having a problem becoming a mom. It's kind of the coolest job ever to be able to be a mom. It's such a huge blessing to have my son. I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world. So it like hurts my heart that there's people out there that are struggling with this, and this makes me sad. And like, I've known people personally that have gone through it, and either it's like with miscarriages or not knowing if they're gonna be able to have babies, and it makes me sad. My heart is just so soft to them. I don't know, makes me emotional to think about sometimes that, especially because we all come into parenthood differently. Some of us are really graceful and we plan it. Some people struggle. Some people, you know, kind of like stumble into it and they like get the grippings, and some people face plant. I was a face planter. I hit the ground hard. So, and I love it. I couldn't imagine not being a mom. And so I just wanted to be able to share that with someone else. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything special and or different. I don't know if any of this is making sense. This video feels really hard to film. I think it's hard to convey like all the emotions behind it and like try to stay serious. It's like, I don't know, like I feel like if somebody needed something and you hadn't, why wouldn't you like give it to them? Like, oh yeah, no, like this is like the missing ingredient, and like, oh, I have it, like let me just share this with you. Egg donation, why did I do it? Because I love being a mom and I want someone else to enjoy it as well. I want to be able to help give that gift. I just have functioning organs, like all my lady parts work, and I want to be able to, you know, share that gift. Like as a mom, like my heart hurts because I know like what's on the other side of that pregnancy. It's what's on the other side of, you know, whatever the trials, whatever it is that you go through to become a mom, whether you're adopting, you know, we all have our own journeys. So I just feel so encouraged by every step that I've been taking. I'm just so excited about it. It's just beautiful. If anything, this journey has just made me super grateful for everything. And super, I just know how blessed I am to have my little baby. I would just like to tell them like how grateful I am that they picked me, and how honored I feel, and just how like much I'm so excited and ready to partner with them on this journey to parenthood. If you're thinking about egg donation, I definitely recommend you really look into everything to make sure you're going to be okay with it. Like they talk about not knowing like the long-term side effects of IVF. I know that they have rules and regulations as far as how many times you're allowed to do it. I would definitely find a place that's going to stick to those rules and regulations and that you feel cares about you, because if not, I couldn't imagine going through the journey. I don't know if anyone's gonna get anything out of this. Maybe I'm too emotional to be filming this today. Might have to try again.